Well, hey, y'all. Happy Thursday.
It is. Happy pre-Friday. Whoop,
Oh,
whoop.
I took you long enough.
I know.
waiting.
I'm Colleen.
I'm Johnny.
Yeah.
And we're the cool kids. We're the Keel Quest. We're the Cool Quest.
But we're actually cool in the gang on Thursday nights with all of our friends. I absolutely love it. And I don't know if you can tell, but obviously John's sporting a little Canada toque. Oh, Troy saying nice toque. I got my little Bruce Peninsula t-shirt. Got a little, representing some Ontario, Canada stuff going on.
Yay.
So here we go, which is awesome.
Yeah, okay, quick story. The last
Share the story.
3 trips.
Back to Canada,
yeah. Visiting family and all that stuff. Been to every single mall in downtown London. Been to all the sporting goods stores and stuff like that. Trying to find a Toronto hat.
Yes.
Just a baseball cap.
Yes.
Think of simple. No problem. It's everywhere. No. I've even gone to Roots. Nothing.
I know.
And it's like, so I was like, okay, this last trip on the way back, I said, let's swing in the duty free.
Yeah.
So I swung in the duty free, found this cool too.
I like it. I think it looks
I like
good.
the tassel. It's nice. It's felt lined. So it's like really soft on the ears.
Yeah.
Super nice hat. Did find a baseball cap. $45.
I feel like that's terrible.
No way.
Yeah, we were like, no, we can't do that.
So anyways, long story short, I'm going to have some custom hats made by Lids.
Yeah, well, I think that's the route we're going to go, which is I'm excited for that.
I ain't going to tell you what's going to happen or be put on them, but you'll have to see it when
for sure.
I'll get them done probably later this month.
Yeah, we should work on that. I agree. So I hope everybody had a really good week.
Still Thursday.
It's still Thursday. This has been just crazy. Like I am ready for work to be done. Like it's just been like wild. So anyways, but on that note, it was fun to be back in action last week with Backcountry Couples. So we had Return of the Weekend. We had Ray and Emily on there. What a fun couple.
Yeah.
Again,
super cool.
They're part of the Ohio crew.
Kinda. He's a Penn State guy.
He's a Penn State guy, but they are in Ohio.
He's a Nittany.
But they were fun. They were really neat.
Oh, yeah.
They brought a different element of like ATVing that I don't know anything
4x4 play.
So I feel like that's something.
That's a song, by the way.
A 4x4 play is a song.
It is.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
But I feel like that's something that we want to kind of know, more about, but which is kind of cool.
Yes. So in case you missed it, rewind to last week's episode, check it out, watch it, thumb it up, hit a comment.
Yeah, all that good fun stuff. We have some exciting news, which I posted today on our Instagram. We're going to Lansing, Michigan.
We're going to little brother's house.
I was waiting for that to come out. So
I couldn't resist.
We are actually heading to Michigan State University, which is housing, not hosting, but housing the Quiet Adventures Symposium. It's a one-day event.
Yes.
On March the 4th, which is a Saturday. And it's the first time it's been live since just before COVID.
Since crap hit the fan.
So it's exciting.
Oh yeah.
So it was formerly called the Quiet Water Symposium. So it was mostly about paddling,
kayaking, that sort of thing.
All that kind of fun
Anything
stuff.
to do with being on the water.
So they've mostly now
they've broadened the horizon.
So they've added backpacking. They've added e-bikes. So there's some neat things that everyone's kind of been chatting about.
All, mind you, all non-motorized.
It is. It's all non-motorized sports.
So it's all self-power.
It is. So excited for that. But we're speaking at it. I'm super excited. So
they reached out to us mid-late last year or something like that, and we were putting together the a panel, and they reached out and said, "Hey, would you like to?" And we're like, "Well, yeah."
Yeah. So we're chatting backcountry couples. So how fun is that? So obviously these people have seen some value in being a backcountry couple, the benefits of being a backcountry couple. And we're going to chat about obviously our backpacking. We're going to chat about some of our trips, from how we started to,
The
where we're at now.
The primary is going to be backpacking around here in Michigan.
And our
parks and stuff.
That's right. So our fun stuff that we've done in Michigan, and then a small portion is going to be the gear that we use, I think, as well too, because that's really important to us, and that's kind of got us on our way.
There's ins out stuffing. So if you're in town, come check it out.
Yeah, it would be so much fun. And actually, on that note too, we do know that one of the vendors is going to be former guests from our show. Yeah, so Forrest, Ryan and Shanna.
Yep, Forrest the Canoe's going to be down there.
So they
have a booth set up.
Yep, and they're from the Sioux on
the Canada side.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
No.
That's how it goes.
Marshmallow.
Which is fun. So excited for that. I have one more thing to say. So, well, I just say that. We know it's more than one thing. But, so we were invited to go to the Indiana meetup, which is the end of April.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, we're invited. We're actually going. So time off is booked. We are committed, and excited for that. So we had mentioned that a couple times, and we got some messages, and we got an email from some people, and
we did.
Yes. And so
are we in trouble?
No, we're not in trouble. But what people are asking is,
what's that supposed to mean?
How does everybody feel about maybe a Michigan meetup? So not sure what that looks like. Not sure, where it would be. So if you have any thoughts on a Michigan meetup, if you have any thoughts of when would work
Thanks
best.
for sharing with the rest of the class, teacher.
I know. I was kind of working on it today, and I was like, I think I just better add it.
Just for disclaimer, this is the first I've ever heard of this. So if you ask me any questions, I don't know nothing.
Right. So if you're interested, let's get it out there. I think I might put a poll and just see who and all would be interested. I feel like now it's going to be probably the fall that it would possibly happen.
Probably, maybe.
Right. So anyways, so that's kind of where we're at with
well, you heard it here first, kids.
I know, I'm so excited.
All right, so that's it.
Let's say hi to the chat.
No. We have to thank our sponsor.
Yeah, we got our people.
McWick Fires. As always, proud sponsor of the show.
They are
super, super happy.
They are.
So, young Padawan.
Yeah, Padawan. Is that a Star Wars thing?
Maybe.
I think it's a Star Wars thing. Anyways, our
buzzkill.
Our guests every week get these awesome McWick fire starters. So McWick actually has supplied a cute little thank you packet. So I'm excited for that. It's on the desktop, honey. And we just want to say whoop whoop, and we want to show you what McWick is all about. Okay. Kaboom!
Boom! Drop it like hot.
We love it. So our guest gets these, which is awesome. Everyone knows how much we love the McWicks. If you're not sure what a McWick is, go ask Doc Waston.
He's got tons of them.
I'm kidding.
Anyways, all natural product, burns for 20 minutes.
Yes.
It'll light snow-covered wood on
it
fire.
It does. It totally does. And I think we're gonna have a bit of a lag here.
Yeah, well, we've had so we've had some inclement weather come through, so
it's kind of snowing, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And our guests also are going to get a little KK sticker, so you can put that on your little bear barrel or your water bottle or whatever that looks like. So excited for that. It's nice to have some familiar faces in the chat. So hey everybody.
So of course Doc is going to be in and out because he has work to do.
He's got work going on.
We have Tanya Browning.
Hi, Tanya.
Philip Beal. Jason, all terrain coffee and camping.
Jason's in the house.
The Ontario camping couple. Nice retro pictures, buddy. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were good. Oh my.
Hey, it's that hiking guy.
That guy?
Yeah.
What?
That guy.
Him?
He knows who he is.
Yeah, he does.
Who else we got in here? Oh, Adventure Anywhere. Hey guys.
Yeah, Darren Davidson. Hi, Darren. Thanks for popping in. A couple fellas. Somebody got some Canadians in the house too. I like that.
Canada.
Yeah.
The hippies are here.
All right. And people go check their posts out. So we love Miller and Debbie. And they're are they going au naturel? They're going, I saw that outside comfort zones they're doing Adam and Eve. I don't know what's going on.
Junior Fig Leaf?
I don't know what's going on, but I feel like there's some.
Go check out Mad Hippies.
Yes, there's some inside scoop going on this story
you will
here.
not want to miss this.
I don't want to miss
all
it.
good. It's all good.
No.
Anyways,
Oh,
yes,
who's
we
got
got
the
outside comfort zones here. Hike with Mike. Hello. Carlson Adventures.
Hey.
What's up, man? And
awesome.
That's it.
Love it.
All right.
Absolutely love it. So
on with the show, darling.
Super beautiful to see everybody. If you love what you see,
hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Ding that bell.
Yeah, do it. All right.
When I say we, I mean Colleen post something on the interweb.
Right.
You'll all be notified.
Right. Following Walker's World is joining us. So hey, nice to see you.
Troy's in the house.
Troy, hello. So fun. See, Canadian dude.
Yay.
Yeah, that's right. Eh? Exactly. You just
Don't make me poke you with my tassel.
It's a pom-pom. If you are a backcountry couple or you know a backcountry couple, we are looking to fill April. So it would be awesome if you want to reach out to us.
Shoot us an email.
Yeah, you can do it through that. You can, if you're on Instagram, most definitely please send us a message on that. And we'll chat and get back to you and get you a spot on backcountry couples.
No problem.
And we've got some great people coming up, as well as we got good people tonight.
Okay. Well, anyways,
but,
I didn't get to finish my spiel. But I didn't get to finish my spiel. So if you guys you want any McWicks yourself or any swag or any coffee, which is really delicious. Just ask Jason at All Terrain Camp.
Yeah, he's your guy.
Yes. Use the code KeelQuest. Use that. Get that little space right there.
Yes.
You get 15% off your entire order. And you guys will not be so disappointed.
Oh my God. Super, super delicious. For
guaranteed.
Sure. Uh-huh. You got it.
All right.
If you have any questions, right?
Don't ask.
No, if you have questions for our guests tonight.
Right. If you do, in capital letters, the Canoe Hound way, all in caps. Put the word question and you'll put your question in. And so when your question is ready to pop into how the discussion's going, I will grab it, snag it, and we'll pop it up for our guests to answer for you.
Yes, absolutely. So we look forward to that. We're excited. Again, I'm always excited when we chat with people. It's always just, we get to meet new friends, but we actually are revisiting these friends. I'm not going to say anything else about this. Are you ready? Ready? Let's do it. Okay. As you can see, we have Canada in the house again. So this Ontario couple is passionate about camping, nature, the great outdoors, physical activity, health, and just being all around good Canadians. Together, they host a podcast where they chat your burning questions about camping, reviews, provincial parks, and have now started interviewing the people from the outdoors. Once again, our guests this week have a good quote, and I just love it. They always start their podcast with, hello and good day, eh? Welcome from Super Good Camping, Tim and Pamela.
Hey, guys.
Hello and good day, eh?
Yes! I absolutely love it. When you guys said that the first time, I was just like, stop it. So welcome.
So
thank you very much for having
Do you get
us
the
on.
reference though? Do you get the reference?
For being like a good day, eh?
Yeah.
Just being Canadian?
Oh no, it's Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh, it's gotta be Bob and Doug. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
Strange Brew, classic movie.
It is. It's a
There
classic.
you go.
I have it in my library right here.
We do have it. That is true.
Which makes your tooth that much more appropriate. Oh,
There you
perfect.
go.
We're done. That's it. We're done. That was the end of that was the most wonderful thing.
We have now gotten
Oh.
Kevin Callan to do that and you guys to do that. So
That's
we've
awesome.
achieved something.
I love it. Isn't that great? It's so funny. So being in Michigan here, people always say, "Oh, do you say a?" And I feel like that I don't say a.
She does when she gets upset.
Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do.
If she's like really wound up and it's like, what?
And my crazy, my crazy Canucker comes out.
Oh, yeah.
So we always start our show with a couple of questions. So
Yeah.
the first one is,
How'd y'all meet?
how did you two meet?
Yeah, did you forget? Is that what you're looking at me?
He's like, what version are you going to tell him?
It's been like this forever.
Oh, geez.
Kidding.
We met through online dating,
Yes.
through a platform called Plenty of Fish. Tim thought maybe it has something to do with camping. Not really.
Not good.
So the whole story is we are both relatively new on the site, I think. It popped up kind of suggestions for you, like here's somebody you might like. So I was just like scrolling through, and then there was a thing to click like. So I clicked through like, and then Tim replied, and he was like, "You like me?" And I was like, "I didn't know I was sending a message to you to tell you that I liked you." Apparently I was. So, anyways,
And things went
Okay.
swimmingly from there.
swimmingly.
I love it. Okay. And then you guys are married together. Sorry. Okay.
We've been together forever.
Oh, nice.
Coming up on 13 years
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it 13 years? Oh,
there you go.
Congrats.
Lucky 13. You know what? Very, very quickly, like literally right out of the gate, it was like, oh, we like the same things. We have the same sort of our brains go in the same directions. We're both pretty serious tree huggers. Environmental things, political things, all that sort of jazz. But we do, and we care, hugely about our kids. All the things just lined up. It's like, okay, cool. Let's do this.
We get each other's sense of humor.
Yes, hers is very warped, but just whatever.
But you know what? When you know, you know. I mean,
Yep.
that's just what it is. And there is something about that. So we definitely get that without a doubt, Were you both outdoorsy growing up?
Growing up, so I grew up until I was 7 in a small town, then moved to a farm. So on the small town, we had a cottage, so lots of time spent at the cottage. And then once we moved to the farm, we just had like 64 acres of outdoors at our disposal. So we spent lots of time in the outdoors as a kid. And then Tim's more the camping.
Yeah, so I would be more of a. We lived in rural-ish of a city here in Southern Ontario, but I spent. It was a tiny little subdivision at the north end of the city, and it was just fields. So I spent all my time doing all the things that when you see the 70s and 80s memes now, right? Out on a bike with no helmets until the day, until the street lights turned on, playing in ponds with frogs and all that sort of stuff. So I did all of that. I was in Cubs, Scouts, Air Cadets. So again, all, a lot of outdoor sort of stuff. I had a family that was kind of that we leaned in that direction. We way up in North Bay. So 4 and change hours north of here in Toronto. And at that time there was like 3 cottages on this gigantic lake. We went up,
wow.
we cleared. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Like I still vividly remember portions of it. We built our own cottage. We cleared the land. We built the cottage, stayed in a beater trailer, and it was just family members rotating through. So couldn't even tell you. I mean, I'm sure I can remember my mom and dad being there at some point, but I'm also sure that I was spent portions of summers when I was small without them there, just with the other family members and trying to pitch in and do the things and, fishing and all those wonderful things. So yeah, we've been outdoors for a long, long time.
That is beautiful.
Awesome.
That's awesome. We always like how we share how we got to know you. And so we saw you in the chat on Canoe Hound when we were on Dennis's show. And Dennis is like, you guys should have super good camping on Backcountry Couples. And we're like, heck yeah, right. And so we connected, obviously. But you kind of beat us to the punch. Right? So like last month, you guys interviewed us
on your podcast.
Right? So but tables are turned.
Yes, of course. You interview us later, but you published sooner because yours is a live stream, like live to air.
Right.
Ours is the other way around. We interview. I spend a retarded amount of time editing and stuff, and then eventually publish. So, yeah, that's
which is all good. Everybody has their own,
weird.
Kind of way of doing things. But we have unfinished conversation because when you guys do the podcast, with the guests, it's like you guys are timed, you're timely, which is amazing. And we're just like John said, we're like, and we were cut off. We're like, what? So
I can't even remember what we were.
I didn't even know. We were just like,
I can go back and check the tape, but I do remember.
Oh, yeah.
I remember feeling terrible. It was like Johnny was mid sentence, and
yes,
that's it. We're done.
I know.
Cut.
Yeah. So it was just just one of those things. We're just like, wait a minute. You actually just hit on something. You just hit on scouts. Right. So when we were talking about scouts with John last night, scouts is here. So it's scouts in Canada is beavers, right? Just beavers, cubs, and Boy
she's
Scouts.
The scout leader. She knows all the things.
Right.
Beavers,
but in the
Cub
US,
Scouts,
it's different here.
Venturers, Rovers.
All
the levels, yeah.
Okay, so what is it here?
So here it's Cub Scouts, Bear Scouts, Weeblos, and then Boy Scouts.
Does that
What's
seem
that
right?
Third one, Weeblos.
Weeblos.
Okay.
What the heck is that?
I have
know.
no idea. I can't remember.
I know.
I'm gonna have to
feel
go
like-
get my Boy Scout
I feel
book
like
and look
I
that up.
didn't know about that either. And I'm just looking at our things. For some reason, our names aren't on here. I'm
Oh,
not sure why that is.
I probably clicked
I
something.
think you clicked something, honey. But
We'll worry about it.
okay, as long as everybody
to go,
knows to go.
Johnny.
Way to go, honey.
Way to go, eh? Oh, thanks, sir. Yeah. Oh, you betcha there, bud.
Oh, yeah, hoser.
So the Boy Scouts are a big thing. And then
gonna-
obviously, Pamela, like you are leader, which is amazing. So growing up, I was never a brownie or a Girl Scout. Are you familiar with,
You're a brownie.
were you familiar with Explorers and CGIT?
I was a brownie and a Girl Guide. I didn't do either of those.
Do you know those though?
Yes, yeah. CGI.
Okay, so you're familiar with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So CGIT was called Canadian Girls in Training, and it was like a
What
leadership.
were they training for?
Right. So it was exactly. So it was like a leadership kind of program,
Right.
tossed with a little bit of outdoor kind of fun. But I wasn't sure if you're aware because nobody knows anything about CGIT. But
Apparently you do.
Explorers are still like around because I was like, I wanted to know, like more about it, but it's totally there. We got to chat Ontario. We got to chat about the podcast, obviously.
I'm just going to take a back seat on this one. Sit and listen to the show.
He's going to sit back with the pretty hat
Come
and be good.
Right.
Good
I'm just going
hat.
to sit in here and look good.
So you've been doing the podcast for what? Like just over 2 years, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, two and change. We've got to
Okay.
be coming up on 2.5 by
Yep.
now.
Okay. All right. And then we're doing the opposite of you. So we are doing a YouTube channel and then we like detach our audio and then we upload it. So you're doing, you're actually recording, right, on the podcast. And then after that, then you upload to YouTube.
Right. So
Right.
up to this point, we're looking at future options. We're about to enter a transition phase.
Okay.
Up to this point, we've been historically, certainly with our guest episodes, we record on Zoom. the free Zoom, because that's my favorite kind of price.
Okay.
And which is why Johnny gets cut off at 40 minutes. Bang on, right?
Yeah.
And then we rip the audio from that, do a bunch of editing and stuff, and upload that as the podcast. Usually I get around to putting it out on YouTube. I absolutely hate editing video, mostly because I suck at it. I suppose if I did it more, I'd be better, but
Sure.
I feel that I need to do that because, there's so many social media platforms. Like people want to just lots of people do want to listen to our voices, and I can see why they don't want to look at us talking about
chose
stuff.
audio only at first.
Exactly.
We've got good faces for radio.
Yeah. But yeah, eventually I do get around to putting it up on YouTube, and yeah, we do literally the opposite of what you do.
Right. But not kidding. You guys really do have good radio voices. No, you totally do. Like, and not like to like what you just said, but you guys totally do. And your intro, when you do your, intro for your podcast, you guys always say that you're on a mission to inspire others, right? Just to get outside and start their adventures. And
Absolutely.
How basic is that, but how true is that, right? And I feel like that hits home for a lot of people, So camping. This is it. Right? I mean, it's super good camping.
You want to keep this to an hour, do you?
Well, no.
Oh, man.
It's not. Good luck. Good luck with that. But camping is obviously, there's front country, there's back country, all that fun kind of stuff. We know that you guys, had done back country together. We have a preference that we love to do.
I think it would probably be fair to say the inspiring thing. What we're hoping to do is get people outside. I don't even care what that means. Yeah, I don't. We've got a wonderful green space out behind our where we live here. It's a gigantic green bowl. There's walking trails. There's a beautiful trestle bridge. It's beautiful in the fall. It's wonderful in the summer. People go out there and just hang and be in that bit of nature, especially in the insanity that Toronto can be. That's a wonderful thing. That's a good thing. If that's all we accomplish, yay! I'm calling that a win. Me personally, backcountry. That's absolutely my thing. But I love hanging with my family in the front country too, and doing. Pamela likes to do hikes. Go check out the nature center that's at whatever museum. Maybe take a trip into town and check those things out. Like that. That's all. It's all good. It's activities. You're out there. You're doing things. Jump on a bike. Go for a ride. Jump in a kayak. Go paddle around the lake that you're at the front country camping. It's all good.
Agreed. How do you choose a campsite?
You get the anal retentive guy to spend about 4 months researching it.
Okay.
4 months. I think it's more like 12 months.
Oh man. Ontario Parks, the first saved favorite on my browser is Ontario Parks. Okay. So that's where we start. Okay. Or that's where I start. I often throw out, hey, what do you guys think about it? And they all just look at me like, you're going to do all the stuff anyhow. Whatever. So what do we care? It's going to be great. It's going to be good. Just tell us when and where we're going. Okay. And then that's what I do. I research the crap out of stuff, read to see, where have we been before? What would we like to do? What worked well for us? What could be new and interesting? And that's certainly how I research our front country. Back country, a little bit more different. I tend to veer into jumping on YouTube, watching videos, right? So content creators. I look to see where Kevin Callan has been recently. That wasn't in the 60. It's now in the 70 canoe routes. That might be a cool one to check out, right? That's kind of what I do.
Okay. So are you kind of crossing off like the provincial parks? Like are you like checking them off or?
Yes.
Okay.
The only one we've done twice. Two of them we've done twice. Presqu'île, which is a bit east of here on Lake Ontario.
Yes.
and we've done Arrowhead Provincial Park twice.
In Arrowhead.
Oh.
Actually, I've never been to Arrowhead, and it looks
it's an awesome
It's
park.
near Huntsville.
beautiful.
It is amazing. It's really
Yes.
every park, Ontario Provincial Park anyway, often has a really nice feature. And what the nice feature at Arrowhead is this: there's a loop which is called an oxbow lake, and it's really interesting the way it forms. And then the other interesting thing at Arrowhead is something called Stubbs Falls, which is it's a small waterfall.
Okay.
But you could get in at the bottom and kind of paddle around at the bottom of this waterfall. So it was really fun with the kids. They would have their life jackets on, and because the current was going away from the waterfall, they
Yeah.
put them in at the bottom, and then they would
And
whoosh
you
away.
just go,
They're like,
go.
Exactly.
And be
Right.
quiet for a little while.
So when you say a loop, so is it like is it so just you just go around the circumference of the lake, or is it like a hiking loop? What are we talking about here?
No, it's a river, and it's a very
Oh.
unique geological feature.
Formation,
I
yeah.
don't know what it is. So if you stand up, I'll send you pictures. If you stand up, there's a viewing platform. You can look down and imagine that there's a river that's coming in here, and then it bows out a little bit, goes around, and it heads back in the same direction, 20 yards from the original in river, and it very slowly and over time it wears out the outer bank. So it is forever changing and moving towards that viewing platform, which they don't hold me to it. I want to say every 5 or 6 years they have to move it back slightly because it erodes the bank, and it changes. Like they've got, you look at the if you're looking at Google, you can look and watch over the years as the whole thing changes. Pretty cool.
That is really
Interesting.
cool.
So is the put in and the exit the same spot?
There's no, I haven't seen, this is a car camping destination.
Yeah.
So I think we biked to it most of the time, although we may have walked to it once. I've never seen anybody paddle on it. And when we go car camping, I tend to leave the canoe at home because otherwise I won't spend the time with the family. So I'll be on the canoe, right?
There's a lot of paddling around Arrowhead, though. Other than
is.
that, people paddle up to the top of the falls. We
Okay.
saw a moose at Arrowhead Park too, so it was.
Oh, wow.
If we take Thomas with us, we generally see a moose. I have so many pictures of him with a moose in the background. Like
I feel like he's a moose magnet. We
He
were
is.
looking at some of your
Moose
videos.
magnet?
A moose magnet. Yeah, I was just like, he seemed to be the guy for sure.
Yeah.
And then one of your podcasts about camping, you mentioned about one of the things that was kind of important to you is getting a radio-free zone in a campground. And I had never heard of a radio-free zone before.
Well, okay, so it's a feature, certainly in Ontario parks, and again, that's what we tend to do, both front and backcountry. Although we're going to step outside our comfort zone this year, just
Always
just
pushing
a
the
tease.
envelope a little bit.
So yes, we tend tent camp. We don't RV. We don't do any of that sort of jazz. So we're always a part of our thing is quiet, is the
Solitude,
one with nature, right? That whole Zen
Right.
sort of thing, right? And because we both have busy go kind of jobs. Mine's less so than the medical lady over here. So radios, I don't know. There's something. It just doesn't work certainly doesn't work for us. Doesn't work for me. Absolutely. I don't want to know about it. I want to be chill. I want to be listening to birds. Even if I'm sitting in my chair reading a book, I don't want to know about all the noise and stuff.
Right.
They're evolving. They've changed them. Not all of them, but a lot of them have become radio and dog free, which I totally understand. It makes life difficult for us because we're a dog friendly family.
Yes.
And our little goof, wherever he is, always hiding. We locked him in the bedroom so he'd be quiet. So there we go, full circle.
Right.
So we don't do radio free unless it's just the two of us, and we leave the dog home with 1 or 2 kids, because who knows who's going to be home anymore.
So radio free, we also kind of associate with like somebody's going to crank the radio up while they're out camping might be more likely to be partying till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sure,
Where
no,
radio
agree.
free might be a little less likely that they're partying. Till 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
but I didn't know that was the thing. So I think and we obviously camp in some state parks here too. And I'm going to see if that is a thing now, like maybe like on their like park agenda. So I'm excited for that.
Can't videotape in national parks around here no
well,
more.
no, that's the big no.
There's a weird, totally weird. So I got somebody when I was doing, putting up like, come watch us on your show.
Yeah.
Somebody shot me a message and said, hey, you should ask them, because they thought it was the other way around. You were going to be on our show, whatever. But they said, ask them about the whole national parks not being able to shoot video thing. And I went, oh, I heard something about that. And I never checked it out.
Oh yeah, that is like,
so
government is like all over that.
Everybody is pretty much like going crazy over that.
All YouTubers.
So,
I mean, if there's an aspect of that you are going to make money off that picture or that video,
right,
you will get fined.
Right.
Well, that's
if you,
the angle.
oh, if you do not, you can apply for a permit.
Yes.
And get a permit. Whether you're accepted or not, that's going to be totally different.
Yeah.
But if you do it and it has already happened, I can't remember what channel it was, but it was a pretty popular YouTube channel that did it, and they got dinged for over $1,000 in fines.
Ouch.
And then you lose all your viewing from whatever. Anyway, so
monetizing stuff. Oh,
I know, and it hasn't really affected us, but we were in Glacier in September.
National Park, and I filmed everything.
But it was before the crackdown of October, whatever it was. So we're hoping that we can still kind of post some stuff. But I've been looking at it. I watched a couple of videos with some like legalities. But anyways, we'll be like on the up and up, obviously.
So
but,
no more filming in national parks.
I know.
Just to throw it out there, we've got a weird one here as well. Not weird, but it makes a lot of people go like, hey, drones. You can't fly a drone over the property from edge to edge of an Ontario park without the superintendent's permission, which it doesn't happen.
It never happens.
There are plenty of drone videos out there, and they haven't, best as I can tell, they haven't been enforced and they haven't been going after and finding them. But that's it's a bit dicey thing. It's like, because I would love to get a drone and do amazing stuff, right? But Nope.
Drone rules and regulations in Canada are way stricter here than it is in the US.
Yeah.
So I hear.
My drone's registered. I'm trust certified. I do not have my Part 107 yet, which I'm currently working on. So it allows me to use my film for our platform. And if and when we do become monetized, when you make money. So you have to have that license.
Yeah.
But in Canada, there is a laundry list of rules and regulations.
Yeah, there is for sure.
I was watching, who was I watching? Oh, Peter McKinnon, world-renowned photographer and stuff like that. He looked into drone. He's like, no.
Right.
So many licenses, and you can do this here and you can't do it there, and whatever speeds, and it's just weights. Yeah. Which is crazy. Like, what does a weight have to do with it? Okay, fine, whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, we got a quick question from the chat from our good friends, Mad Hippies. They like to know, do you camp mostly in campgrounds or do you like to disperse camp?
So I'm guessing dispersed, it would be our version of Crown Land.
Correct. Yep.
So no, we're exclusive we'll change this summer, apparently. Ontario camping couple, it's entirely their fault. We're having discussions with them to do a little crazy thing.
We love Rob and Sabrina.
Oh, it's got to be Rob's fault then.
It's got to be Rob's fault.
They're gonna throw us into some Crown Land stuff. We hope.
Nice.
Assuming schedules work out and everything, we're gonna drag them. They're doing their first Ontario Parks camping. I think they're set out. If they didn't set out today, it's very, very soon for a 30-day in Algonquin, which is, it's like, oh, why didn't you invite me on that one? Come on.
Yes.
30 days.
So I'd be so.
It's pretty crazy. I know. It's really amazing.
But yeah, we historically do Ontario parks, Ontario provincial parks. We're gonna try to step outside of our comfort zone a little bit.
I love
do
it.
that dispersed
I
camping
absolutely
stuff.
love it.
Cool. Well, we got some pictures here.
So So when you guys go camping, I love this. I love that you fly every campsite you have. You guys always fly the Canadian flag.
Yep, pretty
Like,
much.
it's beautiful.
I don't know. It's a thing. We
It's
just
a
we just
thing,
do.
right? It's just a thing, and I think it's so amazing. Another thing. So Pamela, you actually mentioned whether you're in the front country or the back country, how important is it to leave your itinerary with people?
Oh, definitely. That's one high on our list of safety things. Make sure somebody
Yes.
knows where you are so that if you don't end up where you're supposed to be at the end of the day, somebody knows where to go find you.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We had a whole safety episode, paddling safety, partly. We included that in the paddling safety episode too.
Okay.
Yeah, and very very much part and parcel with having excuse me gotten over I don't need a safety net. So we also carry I carry a messaging Zolio for me.
Yep.
She's got the itinerary, and I check in every at least every day just to say we're good, we're here.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm lying a little bit, but
Well, yes. So I was like, no, you got to have a satellite locator thing because
Agreed.
I don't know where you are. And he and Thomas often go in backcountry stuff.
Sure.
And I thought at the time too, Thomas was the first time you guys went, probably
short
13, 14. Yeah.
Okay.
So to have a 13-year-old, if something happened to Tim in the backcountry on his own with a dad that maybe has sprained his ankle and can't get out, like you can't just leave him in that kind of situation. He's got to have
Agreed.
some means of being able to get help. So anyway, that's where the Zolio came in. and then yeah, it's definitely come in handy. And yes, what he was saying about lying is Algonquin trip a couple of years ago. I kept getting check-ins saying, yeah, I'm fine. Got back and he'd had a fever. He contracted fever, I think, while they were out. And he was
you
not
got the
fine.
beaver fever. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Do they call it beaver fever there too?
No.
We just call it we got sick.
No. we took my oldest boys on a backcountry canoe trip this past June. Well, I guess last year. Yeah,
last year.
And my boys went to, and I did too. We went to Camp Queen Elizabeth, right, which is a Y camp up on Beausoleil Island in Georgian Bay there in Honey Harbor. And
Honey
Harbor, yeah. But so when you do that, they're like, don't get the beaver fever. And I had totally forgot about that. But then we were like doing it, and Dylan, my oldest, was like, don't get the beaver fever, Mom. And I'm like, I forgot about that. Let's talk about hiking.
Oh, real quick.
Okay, what? Oh, wait.
Rob chimed in real quick.
What did he say?
He says, May 6th, I leave for Algonquin, and Sabrina will be in Australia.
Holy mackerel.
He's doing a 30 days.
We have to chat. 30 days on your own. Okay, we'll have a chat.
He goes, then he follows out that, Tim, we can talk and try to make it work.
There you go. We got some stuff happening. I love it. But I want to talk about hiking a little bit, because hiking seems to be a little bit a part of your, outdoor activities too. Like you get to a location and there's, these, small little hikes or whatever. Obviously portaging is kind of like hiking, right? Getting, from one lake to the next.
No, that's different.
Well, kind of, but it's still, you got to get there by foot, honey. And you guys did a,
no, it's different.
No, I mean, it is different.
It's different.
It is, but
hiking is like, oh, let's take a look around. No, you're lugging.
I don't know. I feel
gear.
like
That's
portaging is kind of like a hike too.
Nope.
Portaging in the rain is way better than hiking, because I have a roof over my head. So as crappy as that extra weight is, I'm dry.
You got shot.
Right.
That is true. So, but when you get to your location, and you got go on the hikes, do you guys have day packs that you pack that you're, taking, so you have that bit of a safety feature?
Yeah.
Yep. Both front and back country. Backcountry, we tend to be on the move fairly often. I progressively have become a little more, we'll have a stay day as opposed to go every day. So
Right.
yeah, we take back, anytime we do backcountry ventures off of the site, we definitely take a day pack. And then, yeah, when we're front country, even if we're going to, whatever their local resource center, the museum, like a museum or
Yeah.
a logging museum, what have you. Yeah, we take a day pack just in a, because you don't know, depending on what you're doing and how long it is and all that sort of jazz. You're taking water, you're taking snacks, especially, well, not so much now that the kids are taller than both of us, but previous to that, you had to have lots of things to put into them for the calories that they're burning.
Sure.
Yeah, one of our favorite hikes was the crack at Killarney.
Yeah, it was great.
And we did that with our dog, and Brandon Thomas wasn't with us, I think, at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was the two of us. Oh, there we are. that's Killarney.
There's the old guy at the top.
So the white granite is spectacular. Like, yeah, Tim made it all the way to the top. There was a little bit before you got to that little platform where Tim's standing that was very difficult to scrabble through. Somebody was part way up with their dog, and the dog was stuck there. The dog was like, no, I'm not going up, and I can't come down. So we had our dog with us at the time. It was like, okay, I think we will follow what that dog is saying and maybe not take our dog up into that because we don't want to get stuck. But he was there for probably a good half an hour trying to, and the dog was too big to carry him down. So they were stuck with his dog that was too big to get down, and the dog couldn't come down. And at some point actually ended up with a gash on him because of trying to get through this really rough, scrabbly part. And so anyway, Tim made it to the top. Brandon and I stayed down with the dog.
Okay. So where can you see Thunder Bay? How far do you see here?
Oh, I'm trying to think I think we're looking a little more west.
Okay.
So Sudbury. So if we tip the camera that way slightly, we'd probably be looking at Sudbury.
Sudbury. Okay.
Yeah.
We're actually looking at doing this trip.
Yeah.
Killarney is phenomenal.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether you're doing front country or back country. There's so much beautiful nature to dive into. Right out of your sight in front country, and it doesn't take an awful lot to get there in the back country. It's an amazing part.
Now we were this will be a big trip with her boys.
Yeah, we'll do like a little canoe trip
and the grandpuppy.
And the puppy. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's awesome. So is backpacking an interest to you?
I'm old and crippled. I have a boatload of hardware in my back. So I eventually get to the point where everything gets loaded onto my hips, and then my hips go, okay, we're done. Okay. So I can do the crack. I could potentially do Silver Peak as another wonderful hike.
Yes.
I might be able to pull that off. Not there and back in a day, I don't think. So no, we tend to do, a handful of kilometers. What does that work out to in miles? I never remember.
1.6 kilometers per mile.
So maybe a couple of miles I can do.
Got it.
She's all totally in shape and stuff, and she can drag the kids. That's all good. I will keep your water cool for you.
That's very important too, Tim.
Well, and sometimes there are instances where it's just not dog appropriate either, and someone's got to stay with the dog in the campsite. So,
I totally bite into that. Yep.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
No, to revert back to you saying you're using your little day packs and stuff like that. Yeah, day packs are the most key essential pack that you can have with you, because probably 75% that we learned over the years is any injuries or mishaps will happen is on a day hike.
That's
compared
so true.
to like a week-long trip.
That is true. Yeah, no, it's true. When we took
people don't, you don't think it's like, okay, it's only a couple miles, no big deal. Well, a lot can happen in a couple miles, weather come up, if it's hot out, you don't have enough water, you don't have any hydration stuff. You could twist an ankle super easy if you don't have a first aid kit. You don't think about it. It's like, it's a short trip, you don't bring that kind of stuff.
Or telling somebody where you are, like, just Yeah, amazing.
We've
All good
talked to
tips.
people, read a bunch, and it's like, yeah, it's we have a little 35 liter pack that
we do.
I just
Yep.
always have it with us.
It's just that little safety feature, and I feel like it's so important for sure.
Absolutely.
We got to talk canoeing.
Okay.
That's your if we must, right?
If you have.
Canada's national pastime.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
What kind of canoe do you guys have right now?
We have two.
Oh, we have two.
We
Okay.
got a
17-foot.
what is it? Surrey River Quetico.
Okay.
It's a Kevlar. It's 43 pounds, I think.
Nice.
Okay.
Although I have about 5 pounds of stickers on it now, so maybe a little heavier. It's scratched to crap. There it is. Last fall in Kawartha Highlands for our fall trip.
Nice.
It's great. I love it. We had a big red before that. Was another 17-foot. It was an ancient Scott, like a 1980 something. Fiberglass, weighed a ton, but it was bomb proof. We rode that puppy hard for a long time, and I miss it. I don't miss carrying it, but I miss the canoe itself.
When we acquired that, that's the red canoe that's on here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
We acquired that from Len's dad's friend who it was in their backyard. The wife was like, "You got to get this out of the yard, get rid of it." And I think she gave it to us.
I think we paid $100 for it, and I think that was the deal. She had to get. It was I have to get $100 for it. You must sell it for $100. So he sold it to us for $100, and then he gave me the $100 back.
Oh,
I sold it for $100. She told me I had to sell it for $100, so I sold it for $100. She didn't say I couldn't give it back to you. So
now we've outed him live on
sorry.
YouTube.
That is the best.
That's a win-win.
Oh my gosh.
And I've got a 14-foot Swift Key Waden, I think it's called.
Okay.
Thomas picked it up last summer actually for me. I need to pick up a tandem, like a kayak, because it's a sit in the bottom deal. So yeah, that's what we've got. I haven't had it in the water yet. I'm so dying to go.
I think the Kuwaitan, that's the faster one.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Well,
it's a little sleeker. The gunnels are a little bit different and such. We had one on our first Algonquin trip.
Right.
Sweet.
Well, ice out will be here before you know it.
I know.
Right.
The way the weather's going, it'll be gone before before May.
Before May 24 weekend, maybe. Oh, we'll see.
May 24.
I wouldn't be surprised. The way this year's been going.
Right, for sure.
We haven't had the cold weather and stuff, and we got so much rain lately.
It's so true. Do you have a favorite spot in Algonquin that you love to go to?
That picture of Thomas with the Canadian flag.
Yes.
That loop, pretty much anywhere in there. I mean, honestly, probably my favorite site. Oh, so many, man.
Yeah.
A spot that you like, you go back to any given time.
Sorry, I'm wrapping my tiny brain around. I want it.
Well, but I was gonna say that you guys actually did the same route that we did, but you guys did it backward or the opposite direction. So you guys started at Cache and did Cache, Head, Harness, Party, blah, blah,
Party, gun and rod through there. Yeah. So Party, which is the bigger one, right? That's the big lake. I think Head is the big one.
No, I don't know.
There's a big portage between Cache and the Head. Head has the waterfall.
1675. I know
is
that.
The one that's like
yes,
long, and it's way up and way down.
Yeah. that's Devil's Staircase. That's over near.
I
think that was Stairway to Heaven. I thought I saw it.
Starts with an R. What the hell's it? Heck, that like Rich Ribbling. Riddle, no, Rich. Oh my god!
I can't think of the name of the lake either. Oh gosh, that's crazy.
I'm gonna get a map.
Okay, go get it.
Cool. Great. So picture whatever the big lake was that we ventured out on was sort of the end of our loop, and then we headed back. We found an island site that had this gigantic stone tabletop dinner table.
Oh, like outdoor kitchen.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yes.
It was awesome. There was nobody around. It was fantastic. We changed our plan and hung out there for 2 days because it was just awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Spam.
That's true.
It was great. It was awesome.
So is everybody involved in planning the trips?
Ragged.
Oh, Ragged Lake.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Ragged. There you go.
No, they used to be.
Okay.
They just let me do it.
Okay.
He knows all the things to look for. He knows all the things he wants. He knows I want it to be privacy. He's happy to spend days going through pictures of every campsite to see whether it's got the right trees and whether it's got a nice view and whether there's the lake over here. And anyway, so he's happy to do it. So we let him.
Right. I agree. But
I tried to impart it to the kids, and they could care less. It's like, oh,
Okay.
you always pick a good site. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a map guy?
Oh yeah.
Or are you like a download on your phone?
No. I have a whole. I'm pointing to a shelf where
like
I
John
have a
has
stack of
our
maps
Jeff's
like this.
maps
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
You know
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't see them, but they're like,
Yeah.
because it's green.
Oh yeah, because it's green.
Actually, I want to get the those new maps that just came that are out.
Lat long?
Yes.
I have. I'm not allowed to buy anything from sort of beginning of December to early February because Christmas and my birthday fall into that window.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm not allowed to buy anything.
Okay.
And he spoils Christmas.
I had it queued
Right?
up in my shopping cart on Lat Long for the Queen Elizabeth II Wildlands.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
It's out this way.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, I have to wait one more day and I can pull it. And then I got it for my birthday. And I started looking through it. It's like, oh, this is brilliant. It has all the topography. It has routes on it without being.
Ooh.
And then they're either, so you're saying I have not seen them opened up fully. So they're like, are they better than Jeff's?
Different.
Yeah, they're different. Yes. All the information is there. If there's anything I would say about, I love Jeff's maps.
Yep.
It's unfortunate we can't get them anymore. The routes sometimes get in the way of some of the information. If I was to say that if that was a negative, that's not the case with the Lat Long maps.
Gotcha.
The routes are there, but they're not blocking out other information. So it takes a little bit more looking to spot the routes to see where they're going, but everything's there. You're not missing any of the topography, which is a thing I've always found with both Jeff's maps and on Lost Device. You're looking at the route. You're not, when you get there on the day and you go, oh, that's way steeper than I thought because you missed 2 lines of topography.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
true.
it just doesn't include like the little detailed nuances, or little things that like Jeff's has, like
it.
That sort of thing.
I need to spend more time with it. I just got it, so it needs more love from me.
Does that mean
waterfalls and things like that?
Does that mean was it your birthday already?
It was my birthday a week ago, something like that.
January 29th.
Yeah. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. What about fishing?
Love it.
Yes. Does everybody take their gear?
We do. Yeah, pretty much regardless. We don't always go out. We do more fishing. My parents rent a cottage for 2 weeks in the summer. We probably do cumulatively more fishing there than we do on our camping trips, just because we're doing camping things. We're chilling, we're reading, we're going on hikes, we're doing that sort of jazz. Thomas and I do a decent amount in the backcountry. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time, much as I've been doing it for 50 whatever years.
You like to wing it.
Right.
I like to wing everything, if you haven't noticed yet.
Okay. I like it. But do you depend on fishing for a dinner in the back?
Absolutely do not. No, I plan all my meals. I plan all my meals without catching fish.
Hungry.
If you catch a fish or something, that's the bonus.
That's a bonus.
The bonus.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I will hike back out whatever the
So no one's starving to death because you didn't catch a walleye or a pickerel in the backcountry or whatever.
It depends on whether a kid packed the meals or I pack the meals.
Okay, fair
There
enough.
may be starting
PB&J will
involved because all the meals
PB&Js
may
will
not
go
have
for a
come.
long time.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I mean, we've talked about pretty much, like spring, summer, fall. Are you two embracing all 4 seasons yet?
Well,
Well,
some of us embrace 3 seasons.
okay.
Some of us don't want to know about mosquitoes.
Okay.
Yeah, spring is.
No, that doesn't
Okay.
play out at all for her.
Winter we haven't done yet.
We haven't done yet, but
Ooh.
we've certainly looked at it.
Okay.
We thought we might be able to pull the trigger this year. It just didn't play out.
Okay.
We were looking at yurts, but yurts book
Ooh.
up like crazy.
They
You
do.
can't
Oh,
get
yeah.
a
They
yurt.
really do. That is true. Yeah.
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 And it's been, I mean, obviously since the world went in the toilet, the last 3 years, everybody and their brothers out there now. So
Sure.
Mhm.
which is great.
It is.
I'm
It
thrilled that
is.
they're all out there doing the things.
Yes.
That's good. But yeah, we I don't know. We interviewed a gentleman. He goes by the name of Pine Martin. His name's Martin Pine.
We love
Oh.
We love Martin. Yes.
He's awesome.
Mr. Igloo himself.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's exactly it. We've been looking at. They've got he's partnered with a company, and they go out and you build an igloo, and then you can stay in the igloo. And it's like, ooh, that might be kind of cool.
Well,
It
So
is
we're
very
looking
cool.
at stuff like that.
yeah, he's into
Okay.
crown
You never-
land too. So
you
you
never
can build it
dug
on
a-
crown land, and then you go in if you go back and it's still
It's still there 5
There.
weeks or whatever.
you
Yeah.
can stay in it again.
I
Sure.
know. It's kind of wild.
Did you ever dig a tunnel in, the huge plowed up snow mounds
Sure.
as a kid?
Yeah,
Remember
so-
how warm it was when you went in there?
Yeah.
That's just
That
how it
is
is.
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
sketchy as all get out, and now they think about it,
Right.
but it's like,
That's
mean,
exactly.
but-
But if it
but
collapsed
I
on
mean,
me
we
and
were
my
smart.
5
We brought
friends,
water bottles down there, and we sprayed on the inside to make it, made a shell on the inside. But
on the ice, yeah.
hey,
Oh,
that's not my first
smart.
story. I know how to dig out a hole, but yeah, it's super warm in there. I mean, we literally had to take our coats off.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's
it sounds like a really cool idea. We looked at
Yeah.
what else? Oh, dog sledding. They offer up some dog sledding expeditions in
Yes.
Algonquin. Little pricey potentially.
Yeah,
We have a price threshold.
absolutely. Oh, for sure.
I like free.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way, but it looks really cool. Like
Wow.
if there was a point where we went, okay, so this is going to be the one thing we do this year, that's really
Sure.
cool. Maybe.
I love it. I love it.
There's a company up in the UP that offers a like a overnight excursion with a dog sled team, and
Yeah.
they'll track you out to your overnight location, full meal and all that. It's
It's like you said, it's pricey
super
for sure.
pricey,
But I mean, that's an
it's
experience,
an experience.
right?
That's it.
Exactly.
For
Like
sure.
it looks like that would be a boatload of fun. Like what a cool thing to do.
Well, it's
right?
a
Right,
memory that you
right.
have forever. That's what
I
we
think-
like about camping too.
agree.
We've got memories forever of the stuff that we've done.
Which is
Oh,
just
yeah.
incredible. And that's what we always say is the benefits of doing things together outdoors. It's those wonderful memories that you create, and it's nice that together we can chat about it, not one of us going, hey, I did this, and oh, you did that kind of thing, or I missed out, or whatever that was. So that is really incredible.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
don't have those, oh man, you should have been there moment.
No,
Right.
like that's something that we love to obviously share together. So your podcast so far has been mostly focused on Ontario. Ontario is beautiful. We all know that. Ontario is huge. Like people don't realize that, but I always tell people that you
It's
can
half
fit,
of Canada.
well, you can not really, but you can fit 6 Germanys in Ontario, just to kind of give a size perspective.
You can fit 3 Texases in Alaska.
So here's a great stat. I've seen people do it before. So I drove west for 19 hours. I'm
Yeah.
still in Ontario.
I know. People don't get it, right? It's
Right.
just the craziest stuff.
It's crazy. It is.
It is. So are your plans for the podcast to keep focusing on Ontario, or are you going to, jump out and get maybe into the other provinces, kind of see what's out there?
Well, clearly they jumped into Michigan.
See,
That is true.
we're
That
all
is
good
true.
with.
Where the heck you been,
That
Robin?
is true. That is true. That is true. But I mean, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's a really tight knit community in Ontario, which I think also has brought you to interviewing people. Right?
You are bang on there. So
Camper Christina?
man, how
Was
do
she
I make
first?
that a short answer? So the community here
Yes.
is so open arms. It is very tight knit, but as soon as you gain entrance, and I don't mean that in like a gatekeeper thing.
Sure.
It's not. They're
It's not
just
a clique.
they're busy doing their
No,
thing.
it's not
right?
clicky at all.
As soon as somebody goes, hey, cool, and you start talking to them about it, well, then suddenly you can talk to everybody. So that became a thing very quickly for us. Right out of the gate from our first interview with Camper Christina, and then we're talking to Kevin Callan. So many of the community here, and there are so many of them. Like we've dented, we've only tapped into like that sort of, and I want to talk to them all. So I'm not adverse to it. We're going to the Outdoor Adventure Show.
Yeah,
In
you
a
are.
couple of
Cool.
weeks, right?
Yep.
And mostly I aside from I want to go around and drool on all the things I can't afford to do. I'm hoping to just run into all kinds of cool people, like the opportunity to meet Hap Wilson, who's here from Ontario, and then potentially go, hi Les Stroud, how are you?
Yes, right, because he's gonna
right.
be there. Yes,
You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of a thing. So
it is.
I think it will expand over time. I'm not trying to put any pressure on it. If anything, we're about to make a format change from every other week to every week, simply because we have too much content. We're sitting on too much. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, we're in it. Sorry, it's a very enviable position to be in.
Yes.
And I'm very thankful for all the wonderful. So I send out invites to people, expecting to hear silence from a bunch because they're busy doing their thing, or it gets lost in the ether or whatever, and then get a couple back. And we keep finding. So we started out at sort of nothing, and we did nothing for the first year. We just blah blah blah, the two of us in the bedroom, whenever, like a Sunday that was between football games or whatever. And then the next thing it's like somebody's like, hey, you want to come be on our show? What the heck is that? Right? So now when I send out invites, everybody goes, sure. Oh, but I send out 6 invites expecting to get 3 back. Now I get 6 back. Okay. So we've run into that. So we're doing that sort of thing, but we're slowly casting the net wider. So to answer the question, in just Ontario people or people outside of that, no, I've been looking at interesting things to do outside of that. We've got to publish all the stuff we have already. So
right,
it'll be Ontario for a while. And then, I mean, your great episode with all the couples from all over the world that you've been just having conversations with. It's like, oh, that's brilliant. I could ride those coattails and maybe hook up with those people there, right?
Do it.
Sure.
Well, and speaking of just outside Ontario, we had an awesome interview with Tents and Timber about their West Coast Trail trip.
Yes.
Hiking trip.
Oh, Alex and Jess, they were so
yeah.
to chat with.
And it was just such an amazing adventure for them.
Agreed.
And then one of Tim's pals from work, Diana, she did the Assiniboine Trail. And
where's that?
I want to say it's in Alberta, but I'm not positive. It's out west. It's so scenic. Oh, yeah, no, I think it is Alberta.
I think it is Alberta.
My
wheels are turning right now, but I feel like
way
that's
up in the mountains.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous. She's a nut. She plans stuff that's just insane. Like they went and hiked. What did they do? They did volcanoes in Hawaii. They're planning a trip to New Zealand where they're going to hike ridge lines and stay in huts along the way. Like, so yes, we have stuff outside of Ontario.
Okay.
Anybody that does cool stuff, I'm happy to talk with you, but I don't care.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say, is that even like the outdoor community they're so knowledgeable. For one, they want to share everything that they've learned. And it's so inclusive. Like they just want to go, hey, here we are. You know what I mean? Come join us. We'd love to have you, or whatever that looks like. And I think they just want to share kind of how responsible they are, because like truly they're like guardians of the doors, like they're advocates, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I feel like it's like that group of like-minded people, right? Y'all kind of stick together and everything like that, which
Sure.
is really amazing.
Yeah,
So
we've
the
heard
show-
that from several people too, that they just felt like if we could only get people out in nature and get them feeling connected to nature, then they will care about nature, and then they will want to preserve it, and they want to be looking after.
Yeah, that's very much a theme with all the people we talked to,
Right.
including you guys. I mean, it's
Right.
it's what we do, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So, for your show, are you going to keep doing this year round, or are you going to have like, give yourself a summer break kind of thing?
I don't think so. I think what we'll probably so one of the beauties, you guys are live stream. You have to do it, and you have to be here to do it. One of the beauties for us is we've got it in the bank. Like, we've already got, if we stayed every other week with one of us and one of a guest, and one of us, one of a guest, we already have enough to finish out the year.
Holy
So
moly.
yeah, I have to edit them, but
Sure.
we have those conversations in the bank. So I think as long as we stack them up and set them to pre-publish,
Okay.
I think we should be fine. I don't know that we'll do every week year round. We might just do like, March to October or something like that, and then step back a little bit and try to do every other week, because it's, as you know, it is a boatload of work. There's a ton of stuff going into it, and it's nice to hang out with the family and stuff. But if we can bank a bunch and then go spend our week away or whatever, we really enjoy it, doing it.
Yes.
Like, there's no, I don't think anybody who's listened to us is like, oh, like, guys either whacked or they really do actually like to do that stuff, right? So
have you given any thought of like doing it remotely, or actually like recording like doing a segment wherever you're camping, like
Ontario camping couple?
We did. Well, no, we did do in
Oh,
Presque
we did too. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
We did with the kids, the four of us were, this is the one and only time that our younger one has actually been on the podcast.
Okay.
Is our live from Presqu'île episode.
Oh, I love it.
So yes, we have done a live one. Thomas and I did a series of trip logs, which an idea we totally ripped off from Tents and Timber.
Yeah, they're so good at that. Oh,
I know, right?
amazing.
We did an absolute terrible job to go, here's what not to do, here's what to do. But it was fun. It was interesting, and it was a totally different edit too, because there's only so much I could do with it. It was live, it was dripping rain on the tarp, and whatever animal sounds in the background or whatever. So yeah, Ontario camping couple, where again, it's part of what we're looking at doing. It should be interesting. I'm happy to try anything. If it fails miserably, so be it.
No, I mean, like you said, it's time and effort. I mean, we do it because we love people. This is it, and we love the like-minded people. But you've just recently got some recognition too. So people are loving you. Like, you're named the top 5 podcasts in Canada by Explore magazine.
6, but yes.
6. Okay, top 6. And then I think, doesn't one of your dads have like a little article on his fridge from the Toronto Star about you guys?
Yeah. Yep. He called us freaking out. It's like, oh, you guys are in the newspaper. What? So yeah, it's really, you guys have the chat. Sorry, I'm pointing at the side of the screen.
Sure.
So you get to see that people are engaged. You get feedback, whether positive or negative, but you're getting feedback all the time. We are shouting into the ether. We have a super fan who we just taped an episode with. He's awesome. And we do get a little bit of feedback, but it's like that. We really don't know unless we have a conversation with somebody who says, oh no, we love, I just binged, listened. Cool. Otherwise we
no one, you don't get a whole lot of likes or comments on your cast at all.
It doesn't play out that way.
The
So
podcast,
on the podcast you don't get that sort of thing. We probably get more comments on when we do turn them into a YouTube video.
Sure.
We get more likes and comments there than we do on the podcast itself. So
see, one of the podcasts I watch, I listen to, I was able to like it and give them a comment.
Yeah. So on Apple,
Oh.
give us a 5-star rating on Apple.
Oh, okay. See, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's easy.
There's
Apple
also the
Podcast.
issue that
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have a
for
clue.
sure.
I'm just doing the things. I don't pay attention, which is part
Right.
of we didn't pay attention for the first year. It wasn't until we started getting emails about I have this dolly that turns into a table and it'd be a great
Oh,
thing
we
to
know that thing. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, do
yeah.
you?
but nobody paid us any attention at all. And then we started to get that sort of spammy stuff.
Right.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe people are paying attention to our shows.
Right. Right. That's crazy. So not only are you, you're chatting about all the things that avid campers want to know about, you're interviewing people, you're doing reviews.
Sure, not a ton, but yes, we have done some. We've done a couple of park reviews. We did Pog Lake last year, which was great. Yes,
Oh.
there you go. And Lucy Lights. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just cause we're sitting around on the web on the site. Why not?
So is it reviews that people have said, hey, like, can you just like tell us about your gear? Or is it just more like you're just trying to get everybody out there like for the knowledge?
Yep.
Like to pass it on. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just stuff that we really love. That those Lucy
Okay.
Lights, we really love those. Our
Okay.
the other review we did was our Bugaboo.
Oh, the GSI.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I think that's really great too. Oh, Troy just get here to give you 5 stars.
Aw, thanks, Troy.
And then Doc just said I've been listening through Spotify. We'll probably be switching to listen through Google Podcast app. Well, there you go.
Awesome.
Well, that's
Cool.
nice.
We're there too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's
So is
great.
there a takeaway that you get when you guys are tripping together? Like what is your takeaway?
Well, I feel like not only more connected to nature, but we're more connected as a family. That when certainly when we've done trips together, that it's been an adventure that we all can share. That we loved getting the kids out, and again, we've got this smart screen in our kitchen that just flips through different pictures that Tim's taken, and it regularly comes up with camping pictures of the kids or us all together, and it's just such great memories, and we've had so much fun.
I highly recommend getting one. It's when they're this short to when they're it's great to just see that. Like, you don't have to, I don't do anything. It's like all my pictures are digital, backed up on my Google Cloud or whatever. And it just randomly pulls them up, and I can be stuck there for a few minutes on occasion, with a little tear in my eye. It's like, oh, I remember when he was
you will.
Right?
Absolutely.
So when you all go out as a family and such, does that you give to make it a full circle kind of thing? You give like everybody get a specific task while they're at camp to do?
Yep.
Well, we're pretty efficient when we're like, it's just like, okay, Tim will often be doing tarps. The kids and I might be setting up tents, or we have a dining tent for if we're front country.
Sure.
So the kids and I will be setting up stuff like that. Tim will be managing tarps and
pulling out the cooler and setting up the barbecue, and when we're doing front country,
absolutely,
we bring everything, right? Backcountry, Thomas and I, absolutely. We have assigned tasks, which we swap just so one guy doesn't get like wicked efficient at it and the other guy can't do it anymore. So we do change those up.
Good idea.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about filming? Are there plans to do more filming? Like, is that
involves editing, man?
That's why you have kids. They're smarty pants and they're fast.
So our kids, the youngest has nothing to do with us, period. He's 17. He's doing his thing, right? Thomas, the eldest, who's 21. No, he's a week away from being 21.
All right.
We all do. The podcast is a family thing. The three of us do share everything, do all the putting out the social media stuff, doing the the promo stuff, editing, blog posts, all that sort of jazz. As far as shooting, mostly it's me shooting, and then I get back and it's like, I don't want to edit that stuff, man. So I do watch it here and there. We
have many video trips. We have many hours of video, and
I know
sitting unedited.
Hours and hours and hours we could put out.
It's hard. So what is next for 2023? What is your first trip that you're going to get in the books?
First trip is to
Sharbot Lake.
To the what?
I don't know. Age, I'll date myself, but I always want to say Shazbot, which is from Mork and Mindy.
Mork
I don't
and
know if you
Mindy.
remember.
No.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey, I watched it.
I think we're all the same age, pretty much.
We're
Here,
in that
so,
realm, yeah.
Yeah, I think we are. Okay, so what spell it?
Sharbot, Sharbot.
I
It's
didn't-
okay. Southern Ontario. If
Yeah.
you did east, maybe 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, you're going to hit Sandbanks, which is what we were aiming for, except at 7 o'clock in the morning, 5 months ahead, me standing like ready, click,
Okay.
70000,
Oh.
and nope, park
All
sold
booked,
out.
all booked
Sold
up.
out. That
Yeah.
sucks.
So I scrambled around, spent a little bit of time. There's one that's 45 minutes north, maybe. Nice little park, has some hiking things, has a couple of
good.
lakes. Went great. Don't care. We're going away
Perfect.
for a long weekend. So we're doing
Perfect.
the Canada Day weekend, the first weekend in July there.
Yep.
Thomas and I are going to do, supposed to, 21. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or I might get to test out my solo canoe. Thomas and I are supposed to do QE2, the Queen Elizabeth II, my new map.
Excited for that.
Yes, big time. I want
Ooh,
to. That
fun.
should be cool. And then we honestly don't know. We'll get into Rob and Sabrina. We'll see how that plays out. That will hopefully entail maybe a couple of weekends.
Okay.
We have our fall weekend, and then where I will probably take. I only get 3 weeks of vacation, so I have to be really careful about how to use up those days.
I know.
My parents aren't getting any younger, as we all know.
Sure.
They're renting the cottage again this year. I kind of want to go hang out for them because I have been not doing it for years, just because it's like, oh, that's taken away from my camping time. I kind of want to just maybe hang a bit this year and do some of that.
Love it.
Sure.
I think that sounds absolutely beautiful. How can we find you? How can everybody find Super Good Camping?
You can email us at hi@supergoodcamping.com. That's hi@supergoodcamping.com. We are on Instagram as super_good_camping. We are on Twitter as supergoodcampin with no G on the end because they wouldn't let me have the extra character.
Oh, geez.
We have a Facebook group called the Campfire, which is like an open and free Facebook group if anyone wants to join.
Okay.
And we have Super Good Camping Facebook page.
And we also have, what's our
YouTube channel?
Just Super Good Camping.
Super Good Camping.
Super Good Camping. Awesome. John's putting all those links in there.
Almost all.
He's getting there. Some people have already said, hey, we're already listeners.
Cool.
Hey,
I do not do Twitter.
we're new friends. So that's really, really, really awesome. This has been fun. It's been nice to kind of, complete the conversation that we couldn't last month for one.
We're gonna have more conversation because we feel bad about being cut off. So we're just gonna have another yak at some point down the road.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. And we are excited you're going to the Toronto Outdoor Show. I mean, it didn't work out in our favor this year to get there. We tried to make it work, but we have too many other things going on here, obviously. But you're going to have a blast. I think what you're going to do is you're going to be booked into 2024 is what's going to happen when you go meet everybody
People
there.
are like, oh, can we come on your show?
Oh, yeah. It's just
I said to Tim, this is like Tim's Walt Disney World is to go to this. The outdoor
yeah.
adventure show.
It is.
You're going to be like a fangirl, just saying.
Yep.
Totally.
Well, are you going to take your books and, and maybe have anybody sign? Oh, he's got it ready. Yeah.
To get signed.
Oh yeah, you got to do that without a doubt. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any swag? I know you have T-shirts right now, but do you guys have stickers or
We have stickers. We have T-shirts.
Okay. How can people get that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Send us an email. Send us an email. We'll send
at
you a shirt.
hi@supergoodcamping.com.
Okay, so we'll send an email. Okay, perfect. Because I mean, I feel like the outdoor world is sticker crazy too. Like they love them to stick on their Nalgene's and their like bear barrels and their cars and everything else.
You
So
should-
Or
Yeah,
come to the outdoor adventure show because we're just going to be handing that.
oh, well,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. If you
There you
are
go.
at the Outdoor Adventure Show Toronto next weekend, right?
Wish we could.
Wish we could be there. And if you see Tim and Pamela walking around, please say, hey, I know some people in the chat who obviously are Canadian are going to be at the show. So excited for you
Yes.
both. Oh my
Twitchy
God.
are ready to go.
I know, right? So what a pleasure it's been to catch up again. Like I said, to, finish where we had left off the last time with our conversation.
Sorry, Johnny. I'm so sorry.
That is all right.
He's just putting all the rest of the stuff in there, which
Yeah,
is
that's
really,
what I'm
you
doing.
got it all?
I'm
Okay.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
So
Thanks, Johnny.
It's a lot of copy and pasting.
So, well, you got a lot of stuff going on here. It's like, holy
I know.
moly.
Facebook, website.
He's got it. Facebook,
Twitter,
got
podcast.
it. Oh, yeah. You're everywhere, which is so fabulous. So, we want to thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, thanks for having us.
We thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we loved
this
it.
This is fun. This is,
Yeah, it is
we
fun. And
love
I
doing this.
feel like we could have kept talking more. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
There's tons to talk
I
about.
know. I
Talk
feel
to
like it's
midnight.
I know. Well, that's the whole thing. You get talk, and we already sidetracked about maps and everything else. And oh, brother, here we go. Right.
Sure.
So, everybody, please go check out our friends Tim and Pamela. Super Good Camping podcast for sure. Like, oh
Absolutely.
my gosh, like it's just a pleasure to listen to. Like John had put in the YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and the
I
Super
didn't do
Good
Twitter because I'm
Camping.
not on Twitter.
Oh, we're not on Twitter. Oh, that's true too.
I don't.
So.
tweet.
We're not tweeters.
No. We're
Okay.
Not tweeters. we're not hooters. We're not tweeters.
We're not hooters. Where'd that come from?
You ever heard of a hooter and a tweeter?
A hooter and a tweeter? Anyways,
That sounds like
You got a lot-
something.
I don't know.
you got a lot
I
to
don't know
learn.
what's going on here. Anyways, what a beautiful time to like share with you. Thank you so very much. And stick around. John will drop you down.
Yes.
And
You're gonna
we'll-
just drop you
we'll
down for a
chat.
quick down to the basement, and we are doing a little outro.
yeah, you got it. Thanks
Cool.
again. So
Thanks so
Hey,
much
guys.
for having us.
yeah,
on,
you are
guys.
so welcome.
Appreciate it.
Oh my gosh,
And-
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
thank you very much for the chat room. You guys are awesome.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Super fun.
Super good.
Super good fun.
I had to say super good. I was waiting to say super good. Not lying. Anyways, super amazing.
You're darker than me.
I still have a tan, honey. It's all good. Anyways, I've got good show, guys. Awesome show, guys. Agreed. And everybody needs to go and follow and check out Tim and Pamela.
Super Good
Super
Camping.
Good Camping.
On any one of their
I
platforms.
feel, and we had said this actually when we chatted with them on their podcast, that it was like we just made some new friends.
of course.
Like it was just, I feel like we had a really nice connection there.
Totally.
And we look forward to meeting up with them,
At some point in time, yeah.
And we will. And too bad we're not going to that Toronto Outdoor Show. It's gonna
Bottle
be
of
kinda
wine, a
wild.
campfire. You
Bottle
come
of wine
in.
and a campfire. Whoop whoop! Sign us up, honey. Anyways, another good show, right? So thanks so much for that, for hanging out
Yes.
with us again. We I got another show next week. What you got?
Nope. You finish your
I was
sentence.
another show next week. The other is stay tuned to our Instagram on Monday. So we're going to post what's going on for next week's show.
It's gonna be a cool show. Another cool show.
Again, like it's I don't think
Super
I can.
cool.
It's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be a good way. So thanks again, sticking around. If you love what you see, people, make sure you
Like it,
subscribe.
share it, subscribe.
Yeah, comment. Tell us what
Go
you
check
love
out
about it.
MickWickFires.com.
Yes, please. We love
You
McWick.
Don't have one,
Fires.
just get some.
That's right. And
Or become a backcountry couple and come on our show and you get some
I
for
was
free.
just gonna say that we are looking to fill a few little last minute ones in April, and would love to have you come on and chat with us. Obviously, it's a giggle fest and it's just fun.
Yay.
So it's super good, eh? Another great. See, we got another good show, guys. Big hugs, guys. Love you guys. Aw, thanks everybody.
Mhm. Anyways,
Thanks for sticking around.
and
wait, what?
wait.
What? But wait, there's more.
My mom says hi. She's
Oh,
having
well.
I had to say it because she's having ladies' night.
Oh,
out,
I didn't know
out
that.
in town
Okay.
somewhere. But she said, tell everybody in the chat I said
There
hi,
you
and
go.
it's like,
Hi, mom.
okay.
All right, everybody, have
y'all.
a beautiful weekend.
We'll be back better than ever next week.
You got it.
So y'all have a great week and be safe.
Whoop, whoop.
and don't get in any trouble.
All right. Bye, guys. Ciao.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.